Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Maggie of maggiesbliss.com. We're here today to do our Mabon Autumn Equinox Ritual. I hope you guys are excited. I am excited as well. Hecate has asked to be one of our main guides tonight. Hecate is, here is a statue representation of Hecate. We'll talk about Hecate. But she asked me to do this ASAP and guided me to do this as soon as possible. So I am here recording it instead of doing it live, which I was thinking maybe I'd do it live. But I've learned that if I listen, things go more smoothly. When I ignore the gentle nudges from spirit, I tend to have maybe some little regret of they knew what was coming and I didn't. So we are here, and Hecate is gonna guide us into our journey tonight. Mabon, just to go over that really quick, to let you know, I believe all paths lead to the same. All religions, all paths lead to the same source, that one source creator. They're just all different iterations and frequencies and vibrations, and a way to help everyone align with what resonates with them, and then we all come together. And Mabon is something that is celebrated, and it is, let's just give you that word, it is the Welsh word for great sun. And at Mabon, we're celebrating the time where we are turning from the sun, so away from the light. Today, we are in the time where light and dark are equal. It's the autumn equinox equal. Spring equinox equal is the other time of the year. We have 2 times a year. So spring and autumn are the 2 times a year when nature is completely balanced. Nature is balanced, which tells you that the universe is always balancing itself out, but it gives you permission to remember that you're human and we're not always going to be balanced. And just like nature, we're going to flow with the waves, the ups, the downs of life. So we're turning away from the element of fire in summer, and we're turning into the element of water in autumn. And although here in New England, I should say, Northern Hemisphere is doing all of that fun work, whereas the Southern Hemisphere is now going to be turning towards the light, where they're having their spring equinox, we're having our fall equinox. So the universe always balances itself out. So we are here in New England, and at least for the moment, the weather is kind of nice, still kind of nice, but I love fall, the crunching of the leaves, and like the later we get into fall, the smell in the air is just intoxicating, and you can feel the energy of autumn as we approach Samhain, which is Halloween, October 31st, Samhain, and then we have the Day of the Dead on November 1st. So we have like those powerful days where the veil is very thin. It is at its thinnest. So we're feeling that intoxication of that medicine, where we're very active in the summer and feeling all the light and the upliftment. We do need to honor heading into our shadow time. But right here, right now, this holiday is about moments of stillness. It's giving you that permission. This is the time where you've done everything that you could do, and now you're going to enjoy the fruits of your labor, your harvest, and you're gonna hopefully be very grateful for all that you've created, your harvest, whether it's food, what have you created, all the things that you have wished, all the things that you have intended and manifested for all of 2019. Think about it. You have a lot to be grateful for. all the things, even the people, the relationships, whether they were uplifting or they needed some work or they were quirky, like all those things you wished for. We take 100, and here's a little Ho'oponopono magic for you. The ancient Hawaiian clearing technique of Ho'oponopono says that we take 100% responsibility for all that is in our reality, that all that we have created. And especially those things that trigger us too are things for us to do work on. So we're taking 100% responsibility for all the things that we've manifested. And then just being mindful that we always have to take that moment to be grateful and to be thankful. And to, what I've noticed is when I am in so here's the thing they say, you know, try to be grateful, say please first, or say thank you first, and then say please. So before you're putting your hand out for more, say thank you and be grateful for what you have. And what I've noticed, which is really cool, is when I'm sitting there doing my intentions and my affirmations, I'm feeling simultaneous gratitude and appreciation for what has brought me here in this moment, so that I can do my affirmations and intentions, for what I am intending for feeling that it is coming, that it's on its way, that it's here. So I have that simultaneous energy stream going through me. It's really interesting. It's fun. Permission to be human here in this moment of stillness. The veil is thin, and it will be very, very thin by October 31st. You are asked to just take a moment to be, assess and be grateful, and to just take that moment of stillness as a time of integrating. We need a time of integrating, and that's what our next 3 months will be, very integrating of all that we have created. And then deeper into our shadow work as we head towards Samhain, and we're turning the wheel again when we get to Yule in December. So, getting ahead of myself, we are here today. You are here. I am here. We are here. So, some things that I want to discuss as we head into our ritual is, so I'm just reading my notes, October is when the veil is the thinnest, and if we're here right now where we're balanced with light and dark, if we're too into the darkness, too into doing shadow work, and we're not embracing light, hopefully at the same time, or right soon, taking those spaces where we call in the light too, so we're attempting to bring that balance in our lives, then we're going to get stuck. We're going to get stuck in our shadow realm. We're going to be angry. We're going to be depressed. We're going to be in anxiety, instead of being with the light and processing our shadow that everyone has, and we wouldn't be in this life if we didn't have a shadow to process. Our shadow is a lot of unprocessed emotions, unprocessed experiences, often from childhood and from past lives. So it's something to look at. Much of the work we're doing here is all the things that we've experienced as a child. But remember, it potentially could be a past life thing. If you've extracted everything that you think you're like, I've extracted everything, there's nothing, and then try and do a past life regression, and then see how you can go deeper into why the specific thing is happening, especially when you notice patterns over and over and over again. If you've figured out that there's nothing really more to extract from this life, then perhaps you dive into a past life and see if that helps you. But you chase the light while processing the shadow and keep yourself balanced as much as possible. But that's why suicide rates are higher in October, because the veil is the thinnest. You're feeling the call to the other side, and those people who are too into their shadow and doing too much of that shadow work, or too in it, in that darkness, find it, easier to just say, okay, I'm ready. So it's helpful to make sure that we're balanced. We're doing our shadow work, but we're also honoring the light and our inner light, which is always there inside us, untouched by the outer world. So what else do I want to mention? So like I mentioned, Hecate is one of our guides tonight, and the Archangel Azrael will also be our guide. Archangel Azrael has asked to be here. He is known as the Angel of Death. He's helping us with extracting that which we no longer serves us. We started in Lammas with our harvesting and our taking from what is ready to eat and ready to flourish, ready to release. So now there may be some more things that we can do, things that we can finally get release and let go of that's no longer serving us. And it's often there are some easier things, the low-hanging fruit that we can release, and then there's the huge things that, like maybe you're in a really long-term relationship, even maybe have a child or two with someone, but it doesn't matter if you feel that the work has been done with that person and you're no longer growing together. You're growing in separate lives, you're growing apart, you don't resonate, your frequencies are different. If there's no way to make it back, sometimes the work has been done in that relationship and you need to leave. And like they say, sometimes it is a little bit hard at first to do the leaving, and then you find, like, on the other side of it, like, oh, I'm so grateful that I made that step, because I wouldn't be where I am now had I not realized that relationship kept me stuck, or we were ready. It was time. Same with a job. Jobs are hard to leave. You do your best to make sure you have a job lined up, and then you go chase after your dream. Whatever it is, like, you see what is calling to you now. What is that one thing that just popped into your head as that thing needs to go, or that's huge and I've been ignoring that for years and I'm ready, I'm finally ready, I'm gonna let it go. A big thing in feng shui is to clutter clear. It's the step number one. You can't do anything until you clutter clear, and it's pure magic and powerful just to do that step. And even if you don't dive deeper into all the feng shui stuff, which I love. But clutter clearing is huge, where our energy is attached to everything we own, even the stuff we've forgotten about. If it's in our vicinity, if we own it, if we have it in our home, if we have it in our basement, our attic, in a storage unit, whatever, if we're holding on to it and we no longer even remember it, we're not even using it, it's time to let it go. Let go of that, and then, like, you will feel that freeing energy within you. So clutter clear one drawer if you need to start small, and then it expands to the whole desk, and then it expands to the closet, the whole room, the whole house. So, like, you start small so that you know that you're successful, and you'll start to see the small things happen. The magic starts to happen. Things start to come into your life because you released that thing that was holding you back. It's heavy weight needing to go, and once it's released, all of a sudden, oh, something's popping in, and that's pure magic. So Archangel Azriel will help us with that magic, from the little to the big to the whatever, but also to accept when it's an actual person that has left or is leaving, to accept that in this life, our bodies may not be immortal, but our soul is. So although our mortal human side will be very sad that they have left, we are here. So we need to grieve. We need to feel the emotions, not repress them. That's a part of shadow. Repressing things, pushing it down, ignoring it, pushing it down. So we need to allow that grief to come up. Grief doesn't have a time limit either. Some people think, it's been 6 months or it's been a year. Aren't you over that yet? That's not for you to say. Some people might grieve in 6 months and they're good. They still love that person, but they're able to, like, move forward. Some people it takes longer, and it just depends on how close you were to that soul And especially like if it's a child, it's hard. So give yourself permission to be okay with grieving longer than someone else thinks it should be. There are no shoulds. And then give yourself permission to thrive, because we know on the other side, they're happy, they're loved, and they're wanting you to be successful and thrive too. Hecate is our other guide, our main guide. She is here. Ever since I started connecting with her years ago, I feel she's very close to me. I feel very like I've known her a long time. So perhaps many lives of many connections, many meditations, journeys, rituals, and just connecting with her. Who knows, right? We don't know all the lives that we have lived and all the different religions we have had in different lives, all the whether we were male or female. We don't know all that, but we can gain some knowledge from past life regression, which is helpful. But we just have to trust and know that all paths lead to the same. And so I feel very close to Hecate. There's a tremendous amount of love that she emits and wants to help people traverse the lower realms, the underworld, the harsher realities that we need to face. But she has many faces. She's often seen with 3 faces, denoting being at a crossroads, and how she can help you when you're at a crossroads of making a decision of where to go. And sometimes veering off a path you thought you should be on is getting you on a different path that you're meant to be on now. So she's depicted that way, and it takes many meanings actually. Past life, past, present, future. She connects us to our past, to our present, and to our future, what is coming for us. She reminds me of the Maiden Mother and the Crone. She is the wisest of many of the goddesses. She is the gatekeeper. She takes you across the realms, not just the underworld, in my experience. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I read everything. So she is known as the goddess of magic, witchcraft, the night, the moon, ghosts, and necromancy. She was the only child of the Titans, Perseus and Asteria, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, from whom she received her power over heaven, earth, and sea. So there again is the 3, heaven, earth, and sea. Hecate is a goddess of Greek mythology who was capable of both good and evil. She was especially associated with witchcraft, magic, moon, doorways, and creatures of the night, such as hellhounds. So you may even see the 3 black dogs that she often travels with. She's often depicted carrying a torch to remind you of her connection with the night, and in sculpture with 3 faces representing, as I mentioned, the guardian of the crossroads, past, present, future, rulership over earth, sea, and sky. Many doors of, so we're actually going to be doing this tonight. She can lead you through many doors of soul retrieval and many doors to different memories of soul retrieval. So like she is seen with as I mentioned, the torch lighting the way, and also a key. She's often seen with a key because she is the gatekeeper, and she will open those doors for you to help you cross into areas that are probably challenging for you to see, a harsh memory perhaps. And she's also seen with a shield. And I've seen it before. I knew that she, like I saw it when I channel it. So this is really cool. What happens often, like I want to channel it and just see it and receive it, and then look it up and find out that that was accurate to how she's depicted anyway. So things like that occur throughout. Synchronicity and all the magic, it's real. Just gotta believe it. If you believe, the universe will just make you right. So if you believe magic doesn't exist, it won't. If you believe it does, it does. I prefer it does. So lower, middle, and upper worlds, the realms, she's the gatekeeper. Hecate was one of the main deities worshipped in Athenian households as a protective goddess and one who bestowed prosperity and daily blessings on the family. How cool is that? Okay, so Hecate is going to come in, and I'm going to lead you on a journey. I channeled this journey recently, and that's when she was just like, you gotta get this recorded fast. So I was like, okay, let's do it. So, things to have with your altar. It's in sometimes like in traditional things, like you can have an apple. I know like at Samhain I'll have, like, I love to have pumpkins and apples and stuff like that. So you decide something that represents earth, air, fire, and water. So earth is always for me my herbs and my crystals. So let's start first. I just want to burn some sage. I'm gonna burn it up a little. And really, you should only need one little leaf, sage leaf, to get a good smudge on. Get it in your hands where you send and receive the most energy. Your head, sending and receiving most energy, and your feet. I won't show you my feet. And then go around your body so you get behind you safely. And then what I like to do, when I've gotten it all around me, my head, my feet, my hands, and just everywhere, under my arms, just everywhere, I will then take the smoke and send it down to the lower earth, to ground, send it into middle earth, into my heart, and up to the upper realms, to the sky. And just before you didn't see enough smoke and get there, you're getting your virtual smudge on now, if you aren't doing it physically in your space. And there are sage sprays if the smoke is too much for you. Sage, white sage, is antibacterial, antimicrobial, all the things. You can burn sage, you can do Palo Santo. So got our sage on. So what I have here, I want to share with you just some options for you for essential oils. You could have some good ones. Cypress is so great for opening the third eye, going into a journey where you want to be able to see and feel and hear within your psychic gifts. So I'm very clair seeing, so I'll see visions. A lot of people are very feeling, so maybe you feel the experience. But think about this. If you can remember a memory and actually see it happening, you have a vision skill in you. Everyone does. It's just, what's your strong suit? So for me, it's clair seeing, clair vision, clairvoyance. Then there's clair hearing. A lot of mediums have that. Clair sensing, which deeper is empath. If you're an empath, you'll definitely have the clair sensing part to a deeper level, because you really sense what other people are feeling to the deepest level, almost to the point where you don't know what's yours and what's theirs. So there's a lot of discernment that has to go on with that. Protection, boundaries. Cypress, like I said, so known as like a beautiful oracle, Pythia, Oracle Pythia, is known in Greek mythology for having cypress trees nearby and all that wonderful stuff. So cypress is really great for opening your third eye. Rosemary is another good one. Myrrh, frankincense. I love patchouli because it's very grounding, and it also calls in prosperity and abundance. And we want to be grounded right now, as well as uplifted. Mugwort is another good one to have as essential oil or burning, your choice for any of these. Mugwort is known as the witch's herb. It is black sage. It is so good, and it adds an extra layer of protection, psychic protection. So I burn my white sage. For me, I have a little CTFO from Sage Goddess. essential oil blend that I'm putting on. You want to do wrists for what you do, ankles, whether it's inside or outside your ankles. I like the inside, your choice. Ankles for where you go, and third eye for what you know, and or top of your head. Both are perfect. That's where you send and receive the most energy. It's your main gateways for sending and receive most energy. And when you hit those areas, as it takes only 3 seconds for essential oils to get into your bloodstream, it goes into all the meridians in your whole body when you do that. So it's also called to use Shaman by Sage Goddess as well. So there's just 2 blends. The CTFO is chill the fuck out. So we need a little chill. We need to chill, and then we need all the to calm ourselves to get into meditation. Then Shaman is just as it sounds, you're allowing yourself to go deeper into trance, to do shadow work, to heal parts of yourself that need healing. So a little shaman. Put on the ones that work for you. So you're bringing in the element of water with your essential oils, or you can have a bowl of water with salt nearby, and then you're sending anything that's being released into the bowl, dumping it outside. 2 other options, maybe you have flowers and some water. There's your water. And then I also have moldavite oil, because we want to be down here, but also up here. We need balance, and right now we're balanced light and dark, and we need to be balanced lower and upper too. So where I have that shaman blend, I have moldavite to really get you up into the cosmos and those higher realms. Moldavite oil is from holds the moldavite stone, which is from a meteorite crash that's said to hold many materials from the universe, and it really raises your frequencies. It's really awesome. Other stones that you might be drawn to, stones. So that's essential oils. So now stones that you might be drawn to use. Moonstone is great for Hecate. I didn't get one as an example here. Selenite for your white. I also brought my smoky Alessio quartz as well. Just have my elders with me in a way with that. I have astrophyllite. Astrophyllite is so pretty. Astrophyllite is the ancient nexus stone for finding light and the darkness. It connects you with your own inner wisdom and opens the third eye. So yes, more of that, please. And then we can also use labradorite, because that helps you see the light and the darkness, and it's a blend of both. It's psychically protective. It has so many good things to it. So that, I also have my beautiful massive black tourmaline stone with me, which also has I'm drawing a blank on this. I forgot the name. Maybe I'll get it for you later if you guys want to know. But black tourmaline, you can tell because of all the lines. Oh my gosh. It's so very grounding, so healing for the physical body. It's activated when you send it, when it heats up, when you move it in your hands. There's an active element within it that will, so that's why like my biomat has amethyst and black tourmaline chipstones, because the biomat emits infrared heat and heats up and activates that black tourmaline even more, and it's said to get 6 inches deep into your body. I love it. So those are some stones. Some other ones that you might want. Let me make sure I find in the dark. Yeah, I mentioned it. Oh, Azurine as another one. So Azurine is also a black stone. Let me just... So you might have even thought, who knows what stone that is? It could be obsidian for all you know, right? Black obsidian. Azurine is great. It naturally just calls forth an auric field of protection. around you. So it's good to have, especially in the shadow times. I don't know if you want to always wear it, because when you're overprotected, you're overprotected. You're so protected that it can also protect you from things you want to manifest, things and people and light that you want in your life. So make sure that you have just proper borders and boundaries, but you're not like putting up a brick wall to protect yourself so much so. There were times in my life where I needed to do that. So I'm like, nope, brick wall. So, but then you have to drop those layers and that protection and allow light to flow in. So like even when I was, you know, extra protection, I would intend that the protection would still allow light and love to flow in and out, all of that, and the rest is down into there for transmutation and pure light. It's like my golden egg shield of protection, which I have on my website. You can always look that up. I think so we have earth, air, we did a little fire, but we're gonna do a little more fire. Air is tapped into with a feather to represent air. Anything that represents air to you, when the smoke emits from the sage, that's air. When it emits from your candle, it's air. So before I do that, I just want to use my selenite wand, open a circle. And I'm going to use my amethyst wand as well. Amethyst and all of the others to open this sacred container. When we go into our journey, I'm going to be calling in the guides, the angels, and everything. I just wanted everything all set. You're having this ritual nice style. So for me, I like everything all set before I go in. So when you're holding your crystals, when you go into that journey, you can have one in each hand. You can decide which one resonates more, and then maybe you have a third crystal, and if you're reclined back enough, you can have it on over your third eye, or maybe at your heart center, wherever you're called. And I think I have everything. So now, guess what I got? I had 2 candles. So this one's like a dark blue, but what you can do is, so light and dark is representing dark for me. I didn't find a black one in time. So we are honoring light and dark during Mabon. So we're calling in the light. Even that yin yang symbol shows the darkness holds a little light, and the light holds a little dark. So we're going to honor both light and dark and be balanced. And here, so here's what I have, a little trick for you if you don't already know. For these beeswax candles, you can light the bottom of the candle so it melts a little bit of wax, and then it's softened just enough for you to stick it on the plate and it will stay. So that's what I did. That's why these aren't really moving. So we have our light, our fire. And if you are ready, I am ready. We're gonna do this. We're going into journey. So now let's begin. So find yourself in a comfortable position. Palms are facing up on your knees, with crystals or without, up to you. You don't need to have the tools. I'm holding this sacred container. I'm your proxy for this beautiful Mabon experience, evening or day, whatever time it is for you. Well, and you can lie down, but if you tend to fall asleep, leave yourself seated, lean against a wall, against your bed, wherever you can find that sacred spot for yourself where you have no interruptions for the next 20 minutes or so. And we're going to dive in. Make sure your spine is straight either way. As your spine is straight, you're allowing your chakras to be in that perfect alignment, and the Kundalini energy can have its way with you. The Kundalini energy, your divine essence, can rise and do its thing. As you find your comfortable position, I'm going to read our calling of the calling of the guards, calling of the guards, maybe. guardians, I'm going to use a more shamanic call of the guardians, and I'm going to drum while I do it. So let's begin. Close your eyes. Take a few deep cleansing breaths now. Breathe full, breathe deep. Allow your breath to fill your belly, your diaphragm, your lungs. When you're ready to exhale, release either through your nose or your mouth, letting go. Allow that breath like a wave to descend back down to the bottom of your belly. Inhale, breath rises. Exhale, breath descends back down. Inhale, breath rises. Exhale. With each breath, going deeper and deeper into relaxation. Begin to feel the energy within and around you slowing down. Every muscle in your body melts. And here and now, begin to visualize a beautiful bright white light in your left hand, about 4 to 5 inches in diameter. Feel the warmth and the tingles in your left hand. And as we create this circle, we're creating this circle time outside of time, space outside of space. So this is occurring in your now moment. Begin to feel and see that beautiful white light flowing now into the right hand of the person sitting next to you. We are all in a circle together. So imagine all of us who are watching now and in the future watching in this now moment. All in this beautiful circle together. Send that white light into that person's right hand. Begin to see that white light flow up their right arm, into their heart chakra, flowing up and down all of their chakras and out their left arm, and jumping into the right hand of the person next to them, and begin to see that white light flowing all the way around the circle, all the way around through every person's chakras, all the way through every person who is watching now and whenever you are watching. And soon that light beam comes back into your right hand, where you are now holding the entire circle in your hands. See that white light flow up your right arm into your heart chakra, filling your throat, upper chakras, third eye and crown, and your lower chakras, solar plexus, sacral, and root. And now it flows out your left arm once again. And now this light begins to spin and spin and spin faster and faster, almost light speed. Seeing that beautiful light spinning around the entire circle. And then begin to see that spinning light begin to expand like a band, going up, 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 all the way over like a dome around all of us. And as it expands up, it expands down, 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 deep into the earth. So it creates a perfect sphere of light all around us. Anything positive or negative that would do us harm is not allowed to flow near. Call in your guides, your angels, archangels, ascended masters, God, Goddess, the divine, that source creator that created you to be here now to guide you, protect you, work with you and through you, and heal you on your journey. the winds of the south. Great serpent, wrap your coils of light around us. Teach us to shed the past the way you shed your skin, to walk softly on the earth. Teach us the beauty way. To the winds of the west, Mother Jaguar, protect our medicine space. Teach us the way of peace, to live impeccably. Show us the way beyond death. To the winds of the north, hummingbird, grandmothers and grandfathers, ancient ones, come and warm your hands by our fires. Whisper to us in the wind. We honor you who have come before us and you who will come after us, our children's children. To the winds of the east, great eagle condor, come to us from the place of the rising sun. Keep us under your wing. Show us the mountains we only dare to dream of. Teach us to fly wing to wing with great spirit. Mother Earth, we've gathered for the healing of all your children, the stone people, the plant people, the tree people, the four-legged, the two-legged, the creepy crawlers, the finned, the furred, and the winged ones, all our relations. Father Sun, Grandmother Moon, to the star nations, Great Spirit, you who are known by 1,000 names, and you who are the unnameable one, thank you for bringing us together. Begin to visualize yourself in your beautiful sacred space. This may be a place by the ocean, in a garden, or somewhere deep in space amongst the stars. Wherever this is for you, this is your space. Only those you invite are allowed to flow near. Really crystallize this in your vision. Notice the colors, the energy, the frequencies, the light codes that may be present here. Here's where you come to find peace, rejuvenate, relax. Soon you begin to see a beautiful portal of white light surrounding an entire space that is taller than you. It's calling you near, and as you walk closer to this portal, you can feel its warmth, its light, its energy. You can feel its cleansing and purification effect even here. Allow yourself now to step into this portal of light, so bright it's blinding. It's cleansing and purifying you. You soon find your way to the other side in a sacred grove. You are starting to see the hints of autumn here. Apples have fallen from the trees. The colors are starting to change. The trees, green in some areas, yellow, orange, even red. Some of the beautiful colors are sprinkling the grass beneath your feet. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. You hear the running water of the small creek nearby. It's a beautiful sacred place. Smell the autumn air. There may still be the scent of flowers in the air. You may smell the beautiful earth. Begin your walk on the beautiful earth by the beautiful creek. Archangel Azrael is appearing nearby. A gentle smile, a loving, beautiful, vibrant energy, deep and penetrating. He is our guide. And now our second guide, Goddess Hecate, comes to greet us. She appears, and the energy just shifts even more into more beautiful, deep love. Notice if she comes to you with her shield, her key, her torch, or any or all. She comes with love, with a deep, powerful wisdom of the magic that exists all around us. She emits a purple-blue electric energy from her fingertip that has become her wand as she embodies the magic so deeply. And with a flick of her finger and a wave of her hand, she cleanses and clears and purifies all of your chakras, from the red root chakra, your grounding chakra, your beautiful orange sacral chakra of sensuality and creativity, your yellow power chakra, your green love chakra, your blue throat chakra, your authentic voice, and your third eye. At the third eye, the brow, center of your forehead, indigo in color for psychic gifts, and your purple crown chakra connecting you to the higher realms. She cleanses your chakras, and another wave of her hand, she cleanses your aura a little more. Any other straggling energies and tears are repaired. Here you notice the sun is beginning to set. There is a moment of not dayness and not nightness, where you can see the full moon and you can see the sun. We are equal here with night and day. You may even notice some of the trees taking on a glow of light from the sun and a shadow from the darkness. Here, where the veil is the thinnest now, Hecate lifts her hand and simply a portal appears with her magical hand to the underworld, the middle world. She is the key, the gatekeeper to all realms. She is a beautiful angel and a higher being. She takes your hand and leads you through the portal. Stepping into a beautiful cave with crystals all around. The connection to Middle Earth is deep. You notice before you 3 doorways. This beautiful cave with Hecate, she holds the key to open those doors for you. Here in Middle Earth, she is going to unlock a memory, walk deeper into your subconscious. Notice the different colors, perhaps reds and deep purples, for a grounded feeling here in Middle Earth. In this beautiful cave, there are portals of light in front of the doorways. And Hecate, with a wave of her hand, opens the doorway to one. The memory is yours. In this beautiful realm that you go into, you walk through the doorway, you see a memory. Is it something from your childhood, a trauma, a sadness, something you didn't process? This memory was blocked. Now it is time to no longer repress or ignore what it is that you are seeing. Because this memory is blocking happier times. Only you can be shown what memories within your subconscious, deep in your shadow realm, that is ready to be extracted and removed for recycling, to reveal your golden shadow. See the memory. Be there with that memory. Feel the emotions that arise from this memory. Is it a past life even? Know that your guides are with you. Angel Azrael is nearby always. Hecate holds the space for you to process what is happening, what you are seeing. Whether you remembered this memory, repressed it, or thought it was something no big deal, and now you are ready to peel away another layer. So you're going to feel and extract more of what needs to be processed now, more of any emotion that needs to be felt and released. Allow your shadow self to be heard, to be felt, to be sexy, to be big, to be bold, to be loud, to be angry. You release it so that it's no longer suppressed and building on any shadow issues. Anything that becomes shadow will be expanded into your outer reality and experienced as a life experience over and over until you feel it, see it, shine your light on it, and release it. Allow what needs to be felt here. What is that memory that you are seeing? What is that thing that you are ready to extract? And as you are ready to extract it, Hecate is going to assist with the extraction process with her torch of light. You shine the light on it, and it takes its power away from it. And now we'll shake a rattle, special to assist in the releasing process. As you continue to process and release what needs to be released, you are able to integrate the learnings, release whatever is all darkness that needs to go for good. Release it to Mother Earth, to Gaia, to transform, transmute into pure light. Send it down, even touch the ground where you are, Mother Earth, right now. And send it down to the center of Earth, where it can be transformed, transmuted into pure light. Once again, recycled. And with a wave of her hand, Hecate shows you your soul gift from what you have repressed, ignored. With each shadow, each repressed memory in your subconscious, there is a gift, a golden shadow. The soul gift resides. As we do this work, we receive it. Perhaps it is unconditional love that you are receiving. Underneath all of your shadow is love and acceptance. We know that we must not live here in our shadow. Not too much light or shadow, but a balance of both. You receive the gifts of this shadow as you learn what you have repressed and ignored. Your soul gifts show up in your life as you do the work, as you allow yourself to dive deep, but still be in the light. Here we call the pieces of your soul back to you now with Hecate's magical assistance. Maybe you even see it if you're visual, the light fragments coming back to you now. Perhaps you see the love, the acceptance, that unconditional love that no matter what, you are loved and supported always. You can see the good that comes from your shadow. Hecate takes your hand and it is ready. It is the time where we are ready to step out of this memory. If there is more work to be done, you will begin to process it on a more conscious level now. She leads you out into the cave once again, the beautiful crystal cavern. And here, the second door takes you into the present. She waves her magical hand with light and the portal opens. As you step into the beautiful doorway in this present moment, see if there's anything in your life now that you may be ignoring. You may be choosing not to do the work, choosing to therefore repress it, send it down, maybe eating it, drinking it, whatever, drinking it away, eating it away, whatever it is that makes you step out of doing the work, to numb the pain. Is it keeping too busy? Is it being too distracted with all the things around you, all the electronics, everything? Are you too defensive? Are you being triggered by other people and ignoring your own triggers? Not seeing that you are snapping at people or being defensive, yelling, or choosing to go inside and ignore it and eat it away and drink it away. Whatever that is, from the small, tiny things to the really big things, what are you willing and able to remember now in this present moment? What are you willing to look at, to shift now? The magic happens now with the help of our beautiful Hecate and Angel Azrael, who is stepping into this present work. Release what no longer serves you. Release what is really, really low-hanging fruits and what is trying to become a low-hanging fruit, but you're hanging on to it too tight. Release it. Release the dead leaves. If there are things to be felt, to be processed in the present moment that you are needing to see that now. Because as you do this challenging, deep level work, there is a bright light on the other side of it. Hecate assists with the wave of her magical hand to help you see it, to help you cleanse it and purify it, to send a little love your way. Here, you may even see yourself from the outside looking in. Send yourself love. Give yourself permission to relax when you need to relax, to rest when you need to rest, to love yourself. When there's no one else around you doing it, you must do it anyway for yourself, whether there is or there isn't. You must love yourself, every part of yourself, the parts that you don't like, the parts that you do like, because in the parts that you don't like, there's a lot of shadow and golden shadow stuff that is just going to come up for release, and then you're going to see that light and your soul gifts are going to come out, and it's magical and beautiful and peaceful and uplifting. As you begin to see what you need to see, Hecate faces you and wants to give you a gift to assist you in your processing. She gifts you the key to open the doors you need to look at, the shield to protect you on your journeys, and the torch to light your way. And Hecate, please share with us the unique gifts we are receiving from these two past and present memories that we are going through and have gone through. Share with us the light. Share with us the golden gift from that experience and from what we are going through. Share with us a symbol, a word, color, flower, or crystal. Something unique that is for you. She shares this with you now. Notice the light and the love that she is sending you now. Notice the light and the love that you are sending yourself now. Acceptance, passion, and desire is okay. Allow yourself to feel what you need to feel in the moment, to ride the waves of life, the ups, the downs. Hecate takes your hand, walks you out of this magical place. And we go to the third door, the door of possibility, the door of your future, the door of what is coming. Hecate waves her hand, the portal clears, and you step in to what is possible as you do this work, to what it is that you wish, as you honor the light and the gratitude for the light and the dark in your past, in your present. You can be grateful for what is to come. Thank the powers that be for all that you have experienced, the good and the not so good. Thank your guides, your angels, Hecate, every experience. Fill yourself up with gratitude and appreciation. It is the highest vibration. Begin to see and call forth that which you desire. As we head into more of the shadow and more of the shadow work, there is a light at the end of the tunnel always. And there are energies to reach for. Be grateful for your harvest now, and know soon your life produces more harvests in the future, more gifts, more for you to experience and process, more for you to share. Notice your family. Notice your soul tribe. Notice all the people in your life that you are grateful for. Notice those that brought you challenge, and be grateful for those challenges as they are making you who you are, carving out the beauty that you are. Soon a bright light appears, so bright, so bright. Embrace the light. Allow it to fill you up. Fill you up. Embrace that light. Filling you with ecstasy of pure bliss, energy, love. As you embrace the shadow, you must also embrace the light. Stepping with Hecate now out of the doorway, back into the crystal cavern. You are refreshed, you are renewed, uplifted. Hecate is always here as your guide, your gatekeeper. Whenever you need her, you may call. Hecate waves her magical hand again, and you see the sacred grove that you were in when you met Hecate. Both of you step back into the beautiful sacred grove. The sun is completely past the horizon now. The moon is higher. The gentle, nourishing sounds of the creek nearby. The colors seem brighter and more vibrant even now as the light is dimmed. We are turning away from the light and deeper into the shadow. And yet you feel lighter and freer. A weight has been lifted. You feel this beautiful transformational effect in the days and weeks to come. You are filled with gratitude. Giving Hecate a hug. She's always here when you need her, and you release her. And as her energy releases, you again say if there are any further messages to come back in dream time, to send the energy into the crystals you are holding so that you will hear and know the messages that are yet to be released for you. Archangel Azrael also begins to step back, and you thank him for his beautiful energy and assistance on this Mabon high holiday experience. And we release Archangel Azrael. Archangel Azrael begins to recede, sending any energy into your crystals for anything that you need to know more of in dream time and future meditations and ritual. And soon you notice the beautiful portal of light that brought you here. The bright white light calling you near now. Stepping into the portal of light, you step back into your safe, sacred space. Where you feel refreshed and rejuvenated. Where we now release the great guardians, angels, archangels of the upper, middle, and lower worlds. In the north, earth, west, water, south, fire, east, air. We release you, great guardians and gatekeepers and animals and elementals. We release you and we thank you for your protection, for your energy during this beautiful ritual. And now, as we have had this circle now, we went clockwise to open and now to close. We go counterclockwise with our shins. The light landed in your right hand, so now from your right hand allow that light to come out of your right hand into the left hand of the person next to you, flowing all the way down and around and out, counterclockwise through the circle until it makes its way back to you into your left hand, where you then turn both of your hands down to earth, where you ask Gaia to take all the energy that has been raised and released tonight. We no longer need to hold on to it. Send it down. We don't need it to be actual physical weight anymore either. So release it all down to Mother Earth. Gaia, we ask that you take this energy, take it, transform it, transmute it into pure light. Send it to where it needs to go around the planet for the highest and best good of all always. And we thank you. Holding the crystals, if you had them in your hand, just blow into the crystals. If they're small enough, you can take one hand on top and just hold the energy of this ritual and ask that any energies that need to still be unlocked to be sent and transmitted into these crystals or crystal to be released in right divine timing for our highest and best good always in future meditations and ritual. Thank you. And if you had lit candles, now's the time to blow them out and watch where the smoke goes. And as you watch the smoke, notice which direction it tends to go in. For me, it's straight up. A little south. If it's to the south, it's calling for more action and physical realm activity. If it's east for air, calling for communication and new beginnings perhaps. And water, west, if it's to the west, you're calling in those emotions to be worked on. You're being called to work with the waves of life so that you no longer have that as much shadow work to do, if any at all, right? That is the goal in our life. If it's to the north, you're calling in ancient wisdom and groundedness. So, how was that? I hope that was good for you. Sometimes after a ritual, it is good. Where is it? It's good to light some sage again. Sometimes you feel like when you're doing shadow work, that tends to be time when you want more sage, more of that, because there's just more being released, and the veil is the thinnest, and it's only getting thinner until we hit Samhain. So, just a little smudge. Let's get this smoking a little bit more, because I have a lot of fire in my chart, and I like fire. And smudging is so good, so good. That wasn't a lot of smoke, but you get the point. So it'll be interesting to know what you experienced, to see and feel your dreams tonight. You may have more enhanced dreams or better sleep, depends. We will be doing our third harvest, Samhain, gratitude, right? October 31st. I believe that will be recorded. If I go live, it will have to be the day before, which is October 30th, just so it can be live. But we'll see what the energies call, because as you know, Hecate wanted me to record this. So also, I believe we're definitely going into Middle Earth in a different way for Samhain, and we'll be connecting to some animal guides as well for Samhain, and we'll see what else, what other magic is channeled through for that evening for all of you. I am just the channel of the energy, and Great Spirit is the one who brings in what you need to feel, see, hear, experience for your whatever you're meant. If you're seeing this, you're meant to see it and experience it in this now moment, right? So if you have any questions, just let me know. Post a question under the video in Facebook Messenger, on any of my Facebook pages, my main page, Maggie's Bliss, or my group, 1111 Magical Gateway to Ascension. If you're in my Mystic Soul class, you can post there. My Mystic Soul, the Facebook group is a private Facebook group for that class, and for that we have been going strong for 9 months. Well, we will be doing a full 9 months, I should say. We finish at the end of October. All classes are recorded and available to watch anytime. Just like tonight's ritual was taken outside of time and space so that you experience it in your now moment, all of those classes are set up energetically that way for you. That container is held. So whenever you watch them, it is ready and available for you, that energy. It's a beautiful experience. There's been a lot of good feedback from my students. This month we are doing the womb rite for women, and men can hold that experience as well, because who knows if they lived other lives as women too, right? It is the creator rite of the Moon key rites that we're doing. We're doing all 9, so we're on the final rite this month. And we have so many more things that you can look at on my website. And then next month is where it's so appropriate for Samhain and approaching the shadow time. We're doing the shamanic death rites, and just more magic coming in. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night, amazing time, and I hope to see you on Samhain sooner, if you're my student, my client, for anything. And happy Mabon. I hope to see you soon. May you always know the peace that dwells within. Namaste.